What's going on, guys? Today I'll be talking about the Robinhood app and why I personally think it is still the best online brokerage by a pretty significant amount in 2019. So there's, when you look at online brokerages, especially free ones like the Robinhood app, there's actually quite a few options now, as well as some pretty low cost options. So in the past, probably about even a few years ago, only 4 or 5 years ago, apps like Robinhood and M1 Finance, Acorn, Stash, etc. Some of these apps weren't really around yet, or weren't really, as popular as they are now, and definitely didn't have millions of active users like an app like Robinhood has. Before then, you kind of had to go to a traditional broker. You really had to pay a lot of fees. You kind of had to have a decent amount of money really to start investing. But the great part about a lot of these new online brokerages is that you can use them super easily just right through your phone, and a lot of them are free or very low cost. So one of the biggest reasons I think Robinhood's the best online brokerage app still in 2019 is because the kind of very glaringly obvious reason is because it's just absolutely free. It has absolutely no fees at all in any sort of way associated with it. I mean, there's no trading fees, no annual fees, no in between the lines fees. Everything about this app is totally free to use, which includes just investing in regular stocks, ETFs, as well as options trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. So those three alone, I think, are pretty big in my opinion, that you get free use to all of these, as well as just simply being able to trade stocks on a very, very nice brokerage account. That's the kind of obvious reason. There are some other free alternatives like M1 Finance and Webull or Webbull, however you say their name there. And I do like these, but I think Robinhood's actually better than these in a couple of ways. So going on to the next reason why I really like Robinhood a lot is just its overall ease of use. So if you take a look at some brokerage accounts, whether it be online based, more of a web based or an app based, or on the mobile devices, I think Robinhood definitely wins in terms of ease of use, and as well as just overall aesthetic and how the app looks and feels. So when you go right into the Robinhood app, it has a very, very minimalistic look on it, and it's actually been updated and changed throughout the years, but I still actually like its look a lot. I mean, just kind of small things from the entire app being dark when it's during after hours trading, and being white when it's during active. 9, I think it actually switched it up. I think it's 8:30 to 6 now, the app's white. I mean, just kind of small things like that, I think really helps the overall look and feel of the app. But I mean, it's almost as basic as you can get. The first page is just simply investing. It shows your overall account. It shows some kind of random notifications that might be dividends or upcoming earnings reports, or just some basic overall news. And then you just simply do a basic scroll down to see all your stocks. They have a very basic search feature that doesn't necessarily go into as depth as some of other apps, or maybe perhaps other online sources like Yahoo Finance or CNBC, things like that. But it still does what it needs to do. It gets you to the stocks quickly. It's very, very basic. There's not really a whole lot to it. And then at the last page, it just kind of goes over your account information, shows you all that basic stuff that you would need to know. And you can really do everything on the app. You don't have any need really ever, unless it's just your preference to go online, to go to the web version. But I really like both platforms. The web version is basically the same exact thing as the app version, just simply in a bigger format. So overall, the only possible con I could think of their formatting and app usage and stuff like that is that they don't actually have a huge search feature. So when you search up a stock, there's not necessarily any filters you can do on it, and there's really not a whole lot you can do besides just search up individual stocks, cryptocurrencies, or ETFs. They have a couple small filters, I guess you can call them, but they call them popular collections. So for example, if you wanted to look at a stock that's a technology stock, you could just look up all the technology stocks they have listed on Robinhood. Or if you wanted to look up stocks that have upcoming earnings reports, they have that as well. But those are very, very basic. I think that's actually part of the app, and that's part of their idea, is that they don't want to add these crazy advanced search features, because I think it might kind of add too many distractions to the app and add too much unnecessary noise that you could likely do elsewhere. But overall, I still like their search feature. I think it's useful. I actually use the Robinhood app to search up an individual stock to see prices rather than using any other app. I really don't like using Yahoo Finance for that, because it just kind of takes too long to load, takes too long to get there. With the Robinhood app, very, very quickly in a matter of seconds. You can search up any stock you want, look at their price, look at their history. One con that I have of Robinhood is that the statistics on it are very basic and they don't actually update as frequently as they should. So for example, if you pull up a stock, so I'm just going to pull up Microsoft stock, it shows your position on it, everything like that. That kind of stuff is up to date, but the stuff that isn't up to date actually is the basic stats that they show. So some of the stats that are correct often, at least I've noticed, are it's like price stats, but some that are not are its market cap, its PE ratio, and its dividend yield. I really wish they would try to update these more. It seems as if they only update them every few days or so, or even sometimes in some cases every couple of weeks, when they should be somewhat updated on a real-time basis, or bare minimum every single day. So that is the one critique I have on the Robinhood app. And another thing I think I'd like to see, it's just the option to go to more information about the stock. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the app itself, because I think once again that would add too many distractions to it and kind of really clog it up. But I wish they had an option to, I don't know, look at the company's balance sheet, or just more overall information about it, the revenue streams, just kind of, it doesn't have to be exactly what an app like Yahoo Finance has, but at least something a little bit more in depth than what they have right now. But I think the point of not doing that is because they really want to keep this minimalistic, clean look on the app. And the next reason that I really like the app a lot over other apps, and this might be more of a millennial reason, or just a YouTuber reason, I don't know if other people feel this way as well, but like I was saying earlier, the ease of use is really great. But the other thing that's really great is just the overall look and feel of the app. So when you log into another app that I use, like M1 Finance, it's very, very blank. There's not really any colors at all, and overall it just doesn't look very appealing. But one thing that I like about Robinhood a lot is, one, their color scheme, two, their app design, and like I kind of said before, just their overall feel and just overall aesthetic of the app. So the app doesn't really have a lot of colors, and it doesn't necessarily have a lot of crazy design aspects in it, but they really do a really, really great job of designing an app that looks good and kind of has a minimalistic approach to it and feel to it. So when you open up the app, like I said, it's really easy to use, and they don't actually use a whole lot of colors. I mean, if I'm looking at it right now, they use white, black, green, red, and besides that they use gold if you sign up for a Robinhood Gold account. But besides that, they really don't use a whole lot of other colors, unless you're looking at cryptocurrencies, which is a cool color scheme as well. And I really do like the overall look of it. I think they actually have won awards on the Apple App Store, I know, at least, for best design and best looks, and I could definitely see why. I think, especially in 2019, when you have the ability and I don't know if the ability, but you have the opportunity to make an app that looks good, you definitely should. And I think Robinhood actually does a pretty good job of that. But other than that, guys, that's really it for this video. I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about the app that I could think of for this video. I really like everything about it. It's easy, it's quick to use. Everything about it overall is in the A+, 10 out of 10 category, except for a very few small number of critiques that I've had. I know there are some people in the comment section, I'm sure, that's going to say, hey, they've had problems with it, or issues, or not being able to contact their customer support. But in my experience, I've really never had any problems like this before, and everything that I've ever done, whether it's trading, depositing money, withdrawing money from it, has been very quick and very up to date. So if you guys are interested in downloading the Robinhood app, if you sign up, you actually get a free stock. But I used to have a referral link, but I maxed out on that. So if you want to use the Robinhood app, you want to sign up for it, definitely use someone else's referral link in the description or in the comment section. I'm sure plenty of people will be commenting down there with their referral links, because if you're signing up, you might as well get a free stock out of it. But other than that, guys, that's really it for this video. If you like my content, or if you're interested in things like investing, the stock market, entrepreneurship, personal finance, things in that sphere, definitely head over to my channel and check it out. And if you like what you're seeing, consider subscribing. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching.